Samtastic, here to talk about Guild Wars 2, and boy have I been getting prepared. I read Ghosts of Ascalon, it was quite good, and I've also started reading Edge of Destiny, which I enjoy so far, and I picked up the art book, which has a lot of beautiful artwork in it, and it also has little bits where it talks about the game and how the artists had an effect on the development. And as I've heard from ArenaNet themselves, the making of book that comes with the collector's edition of the game is different from that art book. So if you really like art books and you already got the collector's edition, consider picking up that art book as well. As the game, the beta goes live in less than 40 minutes at time of recording. It's probably going to be running by the time that this video goes up, but if you came across this because you're wondering, well, what's going on? Why can't I log in? It's probably okay. They already did their stress test, but they are going to be hammered with many people trying to log in right at the time that the beta launches, and the forums are probably going to get wrecked almost immediately as well. So if you want to try to get some updates, some information about that, you may want to stick with their Twitter page or the Reddit page, or they'll probably be talking about it on Facebook as well. So there you go. Once you get that game running, you may have some trouble with how well it runs. They have said that right now the game is primarily using the CPU, that's your processor, instead of your graphics card or GPU. So if it's not running well for you, don't immediately think, holy crap, my computer sucks, I need to go buy a new graphics card, I need to go do all that stuff. The game is not optimized. And once they optimize it, hopefully all of those things will run better. I'll definitely talk about that as soon as I find out about it on this channel. So subscribe! Hey, shameless self-promotion. In any case, what they have said is that though the graphics slider bars don't really do anything to get the best performance increase at this point, turn off reflections. And I imagine if they've got anti-aliasing settings on there, that turning off anti-aliasing would help as well. Is it just me, or does that seem lopsided? I must have put that in wrong. Something's up. I won't worry about it now. So just keep that in mind when running the game right now. Oh, forget it. When running the game right now, it's probably not going to run super well unless you happen to have a really good CPU. So that's good news. They haven't optimized it yet, but once they do, things should be running a little bit more smoothly. They did a great job of optimizing Guild Wars 1. I have a lot of faith that the Guild Wars 2 team is going to do something just as amazing with this game by the time of final release. If you're having problems with low frame rate where it's skipping around a lot, it's probably not lag, it's probably trying to do too much on your CPU. So maybe go to an area that's slightly less populated, or if you're doing world versus world, consider not engaging in those giant, massive, huge battles at the walls of the keep, and maybe go around and like take out supply lines or something, which, you know, could be a new experience for you. You might enjoy it more than actually being part of those ginormous battles. Good times. So if you want to see me, if you want to play on there with me, I'm going to be on Darkhaven. And as far as the gym store goes, I don't know how many people are actually familiar with the gym store, have been following up on it, but it's basically the way that they're taking the power out of the hands of the real money transaction traders, the gold traders, and they're putting it in the hands of the players. So you buy gems with dollars, and you can trade gems for gold. And then there's also karma as a third currency, so that you still need to play the game to get some of the loot, hopefully some of the best loot, and also a lot of the best loot is going to be from completing dungeons, and who knows how much of it is going to be non-tradable. I don't know. So we'll see how all that works out. In the meantime, they have said you're going to have access to like a way to get 2,000 gems during this event. I can't imagine that they'd make you pay for them because they're going to do a player wipe, and that would be pretty messed up. So you need 1,800 gems to switch servers, which you can do once every 7 days. That means you can do it once during this beta event. So if you're on another server and you want to come play with Samtastic, and who would blame you if you did, you could switch servers one time. You can also I don't remember the term they gave for it, but you can join with your friends and play games on their server, like play the PvE content. They said there are some restrictions. For sure, you're not going to be able to play World versus World with them because you're supposed to be supporting your own server for World versus World. That's kind of the point. And I haven't seen anything about any other restrictions they have, but I imagine that you can do all of the PvE content with friends even if they're on a different server. Hopefully between like the European servers and the US servers as well, and because that's all they've got. It should be good times. It should be great. So you can switch servers once. The game's not optimized, so it might run really poorly, and the beta begins really soon. I'm excited. I'm pumped. And if you want to know what my username is on there, just message me on YouTube so that I can kind of keep control over who has access to that information, and I don't just have like people farming it from, I don't know. Anyway, I have no point there. I think that's all I've got to say about that, and you'll see me there.